indeed. I think that you're dead right, that the desire to win the Ryder Cup is more on both sides of the Atlantic, I think, now. Because it was so one-sided before, when the US tended to win, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6 times, it wasn't, it wasn't the same. But now it's very much an even contest, and it means so much to us all, both tours, to have that bragging right, if you like, for at least 2 years, and it's super to regain the Ryder Cup. I suppose opportunity was given to that team to regain the Ryder Cup after having lost it in 2008 in Valhalla. So opportunity was given to us, but that's one thing. Now one has to take that opportunity at home. It seems to be bigger when it's at home in Europe, I suppose, and so to win it was fantastic for us all, and great for the European Tour, great for the family that is the European Tour. We're very close. A very close-knit community we are, and fabulous for us all, and European golf will benefit. Every golfer in Europe benefits from that success that we had. Well, yes, I think that it was a great success, to be honest with you. I know it didn't mean to be, it just so happened, coincidence, that took place that all players were on the course at the same time, and I think that everybody benefited. You know why I had great difficulty getting my team down to 12, never mind to 8 when you have to leave out 4. So I was always a great advocate that if you do qualify for the Ryder Cup team, you play, and I think it was a great bonus, if you like, for the spectators and for everyone around, that all 6 matches were playing at the one time. So therefore all 12 players, all 24 players were on the pitch, if you like, at the one time, and it was a great bonus and a great success. They had the motivation, there's no question, and they had the opportunity was given to them, as I said. They had the motivation. That was easy. They didn't demotivate the team at all. What I was disappointed with in the first day and a half competition was there was no passion involved, and that was what Seve wanted us to show at all times, was passion within this Ryder Cup, and I just didn't see it being shown. So yeah, there was a locker room chat, and I got them all together. We were 6-4 down, and I knew, looking back in the record books, that we'd never ever won from 6-4 down before, home or away. So it was game on, and I didn't want to go out as a losing captain. So we had a lot to do. We had a lot to make up against a very good American team. But they had the motivation, and all I was asking them to do was play to their potential, and they did eventually. Just. But it was a close call, very close call, and that's what made it so enthralling, I think, was the closeness of it. I think that people turn on the Ryder Cup because of the closeness of the event and the passion that's shown when we are playing for nothing. I suppose you see the passion in the Davis Cup tennis when the players are playing for nothing. You see the passion in the Ryder Cup, the same sort of thing when we're playing for nothing, and long may that continue. A very major role, and I wouldn't have mentioned him as much if he hadn't. Despite his illness, he played a very, very big part in that Ryder Cup victory, and I phoned him up at his home on the Tuesday evening, and he spoke to the team. He didn't have long. He has a span of attention, say 10 minutes, and he gave us that 10 minutes. He gave us that 10 minutes of passion. He gave us that 10 minutes of exceptional motivation that I'm not saying my team needed, but they were inspired by, and inspiration was given by Seve, and I think that these words, passion and inspiration, were key to any successful team and any successful sport, and he was definitely there with us somehow. He is the godfather of the European Tour and the godfather of the Ryder Cup, and we know he's not well. There's no question he's not a well man. And it was great that we could win for him, even despite that even Martin will never have the opportunity possibly of playing with Seve. I did, and I was honoured to play under him when he captained me in '97, and he was amazing then, and he was amazing character now. So that's the reason why I mentioned him so much.
Well, first of all, to play with Lee Westwood in the first group on Friday morning was already a privilege, and to have him next to me gave me a lot of confidence. It calmed me down a little bit, even though it was difficult because there was a lot of tension going on in the first tee, and it was an exciting moment. But to play with Lee, it definitely helped me. He calmed me down. He talked to me during the round, and he said, it's my 7th Ryder Cup now that I play, and you're a rookie, so just try to enjoy it, play golf. Everybody knows that you're a great player, so just let it happen and play and enjoy it. And that was trying, and I could win each match with Lee, which was fantastic. And he is the number 1 in the world right now, but and for a very good reason, because he's playing very consistent since 2-3 years, and he really deserves to be up there. Going to the Ryder Cup, it helped me that I've won a major. It showed me, or it told me that I can win against every player in the world. If you win a major, you've won against the best players in the world. And just knowing this gave me the motivation and the belief that I can win a point for Europe. So, and obviously to win a major it was an amazing feeling, and it's difficult to compare the Ryder Cup to a major. It's a different feeling, but to win both in 1 year is pretty good.
Overall, I think it was a great success to have a brand new event, and the field that we had assembled was second to none for a brand new event. It fit into the schedule brilliantly this year. And I think it'll be our first event next year, the Tour of Champions, the Volvo Tour of Champions, and we look forward to it. And whether the amateurs will play next year or not, we're not sure. And we have to speak to Per Eriksson, who is the Volvo event management president, to find out regarding that. There'll be far less players playing next year than there was this. There'll only be 35 players. There was 120 this year. So. It depends on the powers that be, but all I can say was I think the course stood up well, lots of birdies and lots of excitement, and it was a great finish and won by a great player. We had Paul Casey with Miguel Jimenez, and of course we had Peter Hansen up there vying for the lead. So it has a great leaderboard, which hopefully proved it was a reasonable golf course. Well, that's a very good question. I've given myself 2 years to get back in the top 50 in the world. My world ranking slipped from 47th to 400th. Over that time I was captain, and I want to try and get back in. I realise that all 24 players, including Americans, are all in the top 50 in the world, and I've got to get back in there to give myself half a chance. If I can get back in the top 50 in the world in 2 years, by the time this next Ryder Cup's played, of course I'll have a chance of having played in it. And there's been older players than me played in the Ryder Cup. Jay Haas was 51. I'll only be 49. So opportunity is there, and I'd love to play one more time. I would love to play one more time. So it did take a hit on my golf career, yes, being captain, but I'd like to try and get that back. It can be bloody difficult, there's no question. I've got to compete against the likes of this next door, which is almost impossible. But at the same time, yes, I'm a realist, but I've given myself 2 years, and that's that. And we'll see what happens after that. But if I can perform and hold out and putt well and do everything correctly, I've got half a chance, and if I've got half a chance, I'll go for it.